Okay, and welcome back to the continuance of my video. This is drag2. Just to catch you up, we'd applied beige My Stick Pan Stick from LA Colors as our base foundation. We applied loose powder, a natural by LA Colors. Loose powder. We also applied clown white, which I got out of a costume for Halloween. You can get clown white anywhere. Normally I'll use a beige foundation along with a translucent powder for this process. I used Blushing Pink Blush by LA Colors. And I also used another face powder, loose powder, called Dark by LA Colors to darken the contour. I took the blush from around the edge where I applied the clown white. You'll notice clown white's here. You can see the shininess. I applied the blush and the dark around this area to contour my face to make it more feminine in appearance. I took an eyebrow pencil after shaving my eyebrows, natural eyebrows, down to about here. I took what's left of my LA Colors eyebrow pencil in brown, and I created a new, more feminine appearing eyebrow. What I'm doing now is I'm using my Clinique, which cost me about $15, eye color palette. And I'm using the purple, which came in this set. This is a Clinique set. It's a Clinique Bronze is the title of it. Clinique Bronze. I'm using the purple, which came in that for my lids. Going to the corner, from the inside corner of the eye, and I'm coming out on the lid, and I'm going up just a bit above the lid. I'm drawing that out to the edge of my eyebrow, newly established eyebrow. What this is going to do is it's going to give my eye a more feminine looking hazelnut shape. More of an almond shape, actually. It's going to appear more feminine. Now I'm doing that for each eye. I'm using a compact mirror to get close so that I can see exactly where my colors are going. Start with the lid. Once you've got the lid colored, then you're going to go slightly above the lid, just slightly. That's going to make it appear that you have a larger lid than you actually have. Females actually do have more of a higher eyelid than do males. So what we're doing here is we're making it look more feminine by actually increasing the size of where we put the color. That's another reason we reshape our eyebrow, because if we left our eyebrow to a lower point, to a more male, masculine point, we would not have the space that was required to fit all these colors. So we increase the size of our lid so that we'll have room for our colors. Again, we draw that out to the edge of our newly established brow. And what this is doing is this actually gives us more of a hazel, more almondish, more female shape to our eyes. Because if you'll notice, you'll look at a male's eyes. Sometimes the male eye is a bit more sunken, they have that higher forehead. Thus, their eyes don't look quite natural. Now you'll notice the color as it goes out to my new established brow. What this actually does for us is this provides us with a more natural, more female appearing brow and lid structure. Now we're going to take this and we're going to go right to the inside of the lower lid to kind of bring our eye together. And that's going to bring our eye more together. Now, don't feel fretted or frustrated if at any point in this process you get color down on your highlight, because we can always go through and re-highlight. I'm actually taking this color and going all the way across the lower part of my lid. And what this is doing here is this is actually drawing out my eye line. It's making me appear more feminine. I'm taking my finger and I'm reapplying my clown white highlight to some key areas here that got all smudged while I was applying my makeup. Now I can't stress this enough. I couldn't stress it enough in the last video, and I can't stress it enough now. This is not going to be something that you need to apply a lot of. Trust me. A little bit of this clown white goes quite a long way. Now that we have the baseline of our makeup put on, we're going to also, I'm going to be switching now to that LA Colors palette that I was referring to, because there is some color in here which I require. It's the white at the far end of the spectrum. I'm going to be applying this white eyeshadow above my purple, which I just put on, just under my brow. This is actually more not so much white as it is translucent. So what this is going to do, this is going to bring my colors together. I'm using this as a blending agent because I'm going to be applying another color here momentarily. And this is actually going to provide me with a base to apply that color to. Now don't feel frustrated if you mess something up, because you can always go back and redo it. Like right now, I have to redo my brow in a certain area because of the color. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go in here. I'm actually going to raise my brow just slightly to go over top of this location where the color is, because obviously I didn't raise the brow up enough in the first place. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply more of the color, more of the translucent, white, to bring my color together. Now you'll notice the color change. Now what I'm doing here, I have a green, a very lovely shade of green. This lovely shade of green I will be applying to the inner part of my eyebrow, to the inner part of my lid, right there. I'm not going all the way out to the edge. I'm going to go up and out a bit, leaving the outer part that is white. I'm going to be leaving that white, as you can see. I'm going to continue this until I get the shade of color that I want, because that's fairly light. I want it a bit darker. I'm going to keep going out here like so. Now once I've done that, my white has kind of taken a turn on me. It's kind of moved away. It's moved to a new zip code, like I say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here in the area where I want the white to stand out, and I'm going to apply more. Like so. So that the white is still prominent there in that area. Now again, most important of all is blending. Make sure my eyebrow has some darkness to it. As I said, most important of all during this process is blending. Make sure you blend your color. So that's what I'm going to do. I have an eyeshadow brush. I'm just going to go in lightly and brush through the area that I just colored. And what this is going to do is this is actually going to blend my colors together. Always blend from lightest to darkest. Other drag queens will say go from darkest to lightest, darkest to lightest. I'm telling you, always want to go from lightest to darkest because, most importantly, because if you go from darkest to lightest, that darkest is going to overpower your light. And it's going to cover your light up. So you always want to go in from lightest to the darkest so that you'll maintain your light, so that your light will be prominent, and so that when you finish, the light will actually lighten your dark. Now you'll notice I have taken on a more feminine appearance. I have contoured cheekbones. I have a highlighted forehead, under the eyes, nose bridge, cheekbone, jawbone. My eye color, you'll note. I do enjoy my eye colors. That's by far my most favorite part of getting ready for a show is my eye colors. I keep checking myself in my mirror because mirrors are always important. Now what I'm actually going to do here is I have a gold shimmer by LA Colors. I'm going to take that and I'm going to brush it on my eyelid where my purple is, just to add a shimmer to that purple and to give it a bit more darkness. Now what this is going to actually do, it actually serves a purpose. This shimmer I would prefer having a silver. And if I were using a lighter eyeshadow, I would actually be using a silver shimmer. But because I'm actually using a darker shadow, I am going to be using gold shimmer, a darker color shimmer. Because the shimmer is actually going to capture the light of the stage lights, the spotlight. going to capture that stage light.